Hey guys, welcome to Daily Commitment, where we do just a little bit of exercise, but we exercise every day. There's the pull-up rings. It's weird, on the camera they look like they're tilted, but that's just like the angle of the camera, because I wanted a slight angle. Anyway guys, we're feeling great. Yesterday we just did some cardio and some stretches. Now we're doing the pull-ups again. This is exciting. We've got it honed in a little bit better. The height up of the pull-ups rings is a little better. The height of the paint can, everything's a little better. So it should be a great exercise. I got dirt all over my leg because dirt's fun. So what I was saying about the height here, I was able to lower them a little bit. I can actually reach them without the paint can, but see how I'm stretching a lot to reach them? But when I step on the paint can here, I can really get comfortable. I can really feel, I'm not, I can stretch up here and I can hold them right here and really make sure that I've got a nice even grip here. The other thing is, when I've got it like this, I can take my feet off the paint can, but look, they still don't hit the ground. So it's that perfect in between, but the paint can lets me be like this, but then come all the way down for my reps like this, so I don't have to worry about accidentally hitting the ground. So anyway, we're ready. Let's do it, guys. It'd be nice to get 4 in a set. If I do get 4 in a set, though, I don't know. Might be too much still. 3 sets of 3 is where we're at. Here's our guy here, and I can actually stand on the ground when I'm pulling this down. I can reach it pretty easily and get it going that way. Again, this resistance band is such a great difference in these pull-ups. I hurt myself doing pull-ups. The other way, I was able to do pull-ups, but I wasn't able to chain multiple pull-ups. 1.5, 2 was the most I could get. And also, I hurt myself. I hurt my arm because it was so much weight. I was really pushing too fast, and that doesn't fit the daily commitment philosophy. It's a little bit of exercise every day, not a lot. I need to build up slowly, and when you build up slowly, you build the habit of exercise before you increase the intensity of exercise, and that way you don't injure yourself, like I kind of did. But anyway, not too bad. So here we go, guys. Let's do these pull-ups. So we're starting out. Notice these are perfectly set where my hands are this way, right? Aligned with my shoulders that way. And as I pull up, I'm going to turn them this way. They're going to get perpendicular to my shoulders. That's natural wrist rotation. That's a great thing about rings instead of pull-up bars. So here we go, guys. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2. I guess I got to do this with my feet. 3. I think we got 4, guys. Let's kick the paint can out of the way. We got 4 there. So 4, no problem. That was no problem. That kind of got annoying. I was thinking about how neat it was that I could separate my feet out, and I showed you guys that, so I can hang real easily without hitting the paint can. And the first thing I did, of course, is come down, and that band keeps your feet right in the middle. So of course, what happened? I'm like coming down in between sets and I'm hitting the paint can. Anyway, that was 4, no problem. I even stopped for a second to kick the paint can out of the way to make sure I got that full extension all the way down. And 4, even though I came a little funny up on it, was still very solid. So I think we're going to get 4 again in our next set. In between, we've been talking about these stretches. I've been doing this thing my friend got me doing called the elephant walk. And the thing about the elephant walk is, there's 2 things that I'm just changing them. I'm going to start doing it my way. One thing is, I was always going like this and keep my back straight and trying to get as much stretch right here on my hammies as possible before I let my back go loose and come down here. Yeah, we're changing that. I don't like that. I feel like that puts a bunch of tension here, a bunch of stress. I'm going to come down more like this, just relax. I'm not going to stick my arms out and pull that pressure. I'm just going to relax and let my hands kind of slide down my legs, because that feels better to me. It feels more relaxed. It feels natural. Even coming up, when I do this, I can go into this nice stretch like this, and that just feels better to me. So that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to come down like this. Who cares about these guys with their yoga moves, right? Do it your way. The other thing I was going to mention, well, there's 2 other things. One is, you come down like this, he's talking about making it an active and a dynamic stretch here, because we're going to do our legs like this. And I think that's a good idea, and I'm going to do a little bit of that, but really I like the static stretch and the passive stretch better. So I'm thinking instead of concentrating the elephant walk, I'm going to do the elephant stretch, which is more I'm coming down like this, following my legs down, just relaxing, enjoying it all the way down, and then coming down and going like this. And I'm almost all the way with the palms of my hand to the ground here. And then I'm going to make this, I'm going to try to keep the feet back, or the knees all the way back here. And I'm going to make this a static and a passive stretch. In fact, I actually don't like this as much. I've been hanging this way lately, which I think is fine too. You can tuck them under your feet. Anyway, so I like this better. I'd still maybe do a little of the active elephant walk, but I'm going to focus on this static one where it's more relaxed, just down like this. Now, one thing I can tell you, might have seen guys stretch like this and kind of pull their body more. And this is probably the best tip I got from him, which is don't think about reaching for your toes and even reaching past your toes, which is both a good one. Think about folding here. So when you do this, it kind of helps you work on this stretch, right, of folding here, right here at this joint. And when you do this, it actually makes this easier to reach. Rather than just trying to reach with your shoulders and pull downwards, you're actually folding this way. So I do like that little tip. I do love the feeling of this stretch. I like trying to get my knees all the way back there and making it real static and really enjoying it. I really feel it on the back of my knees, my hammies, and my arms and stuff. The other thing is, as I come up, I like to come up like this too, man. It kind of settles my back down. And I like going back like this. I like going back like this and stretching the stomach, man. Stretching the stomach. I like inventing my own stretches, man. I like my gladiator stretch too. We'll get back to that. We've done enough stretching, enough time in between sets. Let's get back up here. I think I am going to put the paint can back here. And is that the middle? I guess close enough. I feel like this paint can could go back just a little bit. All right, there we go. Now we're going to bring it on down. I do like the paint can for the setup, but I might start kicking it out every time, man. It's only like a foot above the ground, but I hate bumping it. I hate thinking about an obstruction while I'm doing my pull-up. I just want to feel like I'm just hanging, you know? Anyway, let's get these guys here. Let's go here and here. Maybe I can like kick the paint can at the beginning of the exercise. All right, guys, let's see if we can get 4 again. That was a good 4. All right, ready? 1. Oh, ow. Oh, I finally did it. I knew you guys were waiting for that to happen. So I kicked the paint can, I kicked the strap off, I got myself in the back with the strap. You can see it actually holds me very nicely like this. This is kind of cool. That could be another way to get some assistance. You're not quite getting as much assistance because it's not as tight. I wonder if I could just morph this. Now here, I'm not getting as much assistance here. So this is going to up the intensity of the exercise a little bit. But I kind of want to just try this. Now that it's snapped on me, right? Here, let's move that paint can with my feet. This is fun. I really am getting better at that hang too. Okay, here we go. Now, instead of like this where my hands are kind of barely on there, I'm really got them strapped here. This is almost no support here, I think. I don't know. I'm just going to try one like this, man. I hope I don't hurt myself, but I don't know. It just seemed like because of luck, this seemed to happen. Let's see if this gives me enough to do one. Ready? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's harder. That's harder, but I just did it. Anyway, I don't want to do too much intensity. And I know now my sets are not organized anymore, and I did a hard one, and I did 4, and then one weird one with a different level of resistance, and snapped myself on the back. But whatever, man, I'm having fun, trying out some different techniques. I will say it wasn't that bad. It kind of hurt my back a little bit, but it's like a big slap. It's kind of like diving off a high dive and smacking your back. Not that bad. Anyway, I do like the more support one version here because that makes sure I can do the motion really well. I'm not straining myself as much. As for kicking the paint can, maybe sideways, maybe just my toes. Here, I'm going to try to flick it with my toes. Is this crazy to care this much about the paint can? I don't know, but for some reason it's really bothering me when I come down that I bump it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go like this. We're going to switch to a hang. Then we're going to kick it. Get out of there, paint can. All right, here we go. Ready? 1. Oh. Now, we already did one earlier. Ooh, we did a really hard one. Oh. So I'm going to call that 3, right, on that set. Because if you think about it, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there's the ground. Boop. If you think about it, I did 1 and then I did 2, 3. So that's 3. One of them was actually harder. So we did 4, and then we did a set of 3 where the first one was harder. So that's still, It's a big increase from yesterday. So we don't want to increase too fast. A little bit of exercise every day and increase very slowly. So I'm super excited about that set. Still not sure about the best way to make this this platform. It was nice to just come down on the ground there. I don't know. I might just start on the ground next time and try to do it. Yeah, I kind of got an idea here. What I'm thinking is, see, but I love having that ability to stretch my shoulders and really relax into that long stretch. I love having that ability, and that's what the paint can lets you do, because you start a little higher than it is, and you get that really good grip where your hands are all the way closed, and then, anyway, let's do our stretch, man. Oop, there we go. Knees all the way back. We're not focusing on elephant walking so much this time as we're focused on elephant stretching. And we'll probably end up walking. I did some elephant stretches yesterday night before I went to bed, and I did kind of walk it out into downward dog. But again, I've got that one sore thing coming up this way. When I bend it back all the way back is when I feel it. So I was worried I'd hurt it doing that. So again, we're going to advance slowly on that. We are going to stretch that nerve or tendon or whatever it is very slowly. You guys, I kind of want you to see this. Tell you what, let's move this down a little bit. With the feet. So here we go. We're going all the way down. We're following our idea, just relaxing, totally static. You can do this to bend more, right? But look at this. That's my knuckles on the ground, and look at this. That's pretty good, right? Now my knees aren't quite all the way back here, but I could elephant walk a little bit like this. In this way, I'm not pushing my, I don't know, my hands back. Anyway, we're doing this. It's definitely more than 30 seconds, so we got a good stretch here. We're feeling good. We got one more set. We had 2 very successful sets, more than last time. I do want to incorporate that really good grip, so I will use the paint can again. Maybe I could hook, it's got this thing, maybe I could hook it and kick it. I know, the kick is like this violent action to start it, so I don't like that. You know what, it's a little more forward this way, just I didn't put it in the exact same spot, so maybe I'll just naturally get out of the way. I don't like starting my exercise with a weird little kick. It's like a jerk at the start of the exercise. I don't like that either. I don't know, man. We're figuring it out, man. I do really like, what I really like about this start here is that I really get a good grip on both of these. And I know that's solid. But I like getting out of the way and then getting a little bit of a stretch. Maybe if I lean backwards, oh God, we're risking this thing shooting up and hitting me in the face. Boop. Lean backwards. We're kicking it out of the way, oh God. All right, we kicked it out of the way. All right, ready guys, let's do this. 1, all the way up. 2, all the way up. That was a good one. 3, all the way up. Okay, there we go. And we could do a little bit more, but we're not going to. We're going to hang. We're going to hang, we're going to stretch. We're going to let it stretch all the way to the ground. We're going to slowly release. Again, we could push harder, but that's more like 70, even though it's 80% of my maximum. But that's really what we're looking for. We're not trying to get super high intensity. That is one method. Higher intensity, longer rest will get you bigger muscles faster, but it also increases the risk of injury. So there's that. By the way, this is awesome for stretching because this actually pulls your arms up. Normally when I stretch up, I have to use my muscles and make it an active stretch. This is so good for stretching. Holy monkey balls. Oh, wow, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, dude. And you could do it this way, too. Oh, hey, I forgot to redo the camera. Oh, you guys didn't even get a good rep shot. I forgot. I moved it down for the elephant walk and then back up. Let me show you guys this. This is neat. All right, so I totally screwed up the camera here, but that's okay. So at the end of that, I kind of was coming down like this, and I discovered this resistance. Man, resistance band in a tree is awesome. Look at this. Whoa. Now look at this. Now you've got, you still can't see my head here. Okay, let's go this way. You can go any direction. Now you have this passive stretch, right? It's a passive stretch because I'm not just passive, it's static, right? So it's passive because I'm not engaging my muscle or even this other muscle to pull it up. and it's static because I'm just doing it like this. I'm not moving it back and forth. So now, once again, the passive static stretches, they do the best for low pain and low soreness. And low pain and low soreness is going to enable you to stretch more. So I think this is awesome. Yeah, man. Whoa, we invented a new cool stretch. I'm telling you guys, get a resistance band, hang it on a tree. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with it. Totally worth it. I got, the thing is, it came with 4 resistance bands. So I got a yellow one, I got a green one, got a purple one here is the biggest one. So that means I can step this up very easily. I can switch to a lighter one of these. Once I get my reps up more. I want my reps up more than 4 or 5 per. I want to be able to do sets of like 10, 11 or something before I really want to go with no resistance band. And that's going to really keep me from developing my muscles as quickly, but it's going to get rid of that chance of injury. And I don't want any chance of injury, man. Fuck that noise. That's how you go backwards. Remember, the tortoise, not the hare. And if you guys want to see a tortoise, not the hare, I just took a video on my garden channel, which you guys should totally check out. On my garden channel, and my garden channel, I got a little turtle, not a tortoise, I guess, a box turtle, and it's super cute, and it's the latest video on there, and doesn't have 1 million views yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and when I put this video up, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, man, that tortoise, you'll see, it's like 13 seconds, and that's us. That's us daily commitmenters, at least the ones like me that are doing a little bit of exercise every day, because that's going to make it slower for you, and also increasing slowly. Both things are going to make your exercise take longer, and you're not going to get buff quick. You might never get buff, but you'll be super healthy, and you'll develop that habit. And for those of us who never succeeded to exercise before in our whole lives, it might actually work for you guys. It might work for you. You'll see. 10 years from now, you'll see if this channel's still going. You're like, is that guy still working out? And yeah, I probably will be, and I'll probably be even better shape than I am now. If you guys saw the first video in this channel, you'd be like, oh yeah, he's definitely in better shape now. This is awesome. I'm going to totally do more of this. Anyway, enjoy it, guys. If you do want that encouragement to exercise it just that little bit of every day, hit the subscribe button over there. Maybe hit a video over here. Give me a like if you feel like it, but no matter what, keep exercising. We'll see you guys next time right here on Daily Commitment.